Hi everyone, welcome to Website Maker. Today I'll be showing you how you can turn your web design into a live website. So let's say you design your website in Figma or in any kind of tool, right? And you finish designing your website and you want to turn this website into a live website, right? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do that. Before we get started, you might also want to check out this video on how I design this website in Figma. I'll leave the link in the description below. Please make sure to check it out. So without further ado, let's get started. So we'll be using WordPress to create a website. Before we do that, let's go to figma.com and let's check the design that we designed it, right? So this is the design that we have, and we're going to turn this into a live website, right? So let's go to your WordPress website and then type this wp-admin at the end of your website URL and log into your dashboard, right? So this is a fresh install WordPress website, so you will have some unnecessary plugin. So we will deactivate them and we'll delete them because we don't need them. So yeah, let me deactivate all this, right? And then click on this inactive and select all the plugin. We can delete them, right? And then now go to pages and we can delete all pages because we don't need them. And also go to all posts and we delete this post, right? And now go to setting and go to this permalink, and we're going to change this to post name because we want to show our website in this structure, right? The URL. So and now let's go to plugin and click on this add new. We're going to install some plugin to create a website, right? So the first one is Elementor, and install this and activate this plugin. And the next one is header footer, so install this. We're going to activate this later. So the next one is essential add-on, and install this. And then the next one is element kit, so install this and go to this install this plugin and we activate them, right? And now let's go to appearance and go to this theme. We're going to add a new theme, right? So we will use this theme called Hello Elementor. So we're going to install this theme and activate this. So we need this theme to create a website too. And now let's go to page and all pages. We're going to create a new page, but before we do that, let's go to appearance and menu. We need to create our menu first, and let's name this main menu, right? And then create menu. So there's no pages right now, so we'll use this custom link for now, just to put the text, right? And we'll add this later once we created the pages, right? So about and portfolio, right? And then we save this menu, right? And then we'll create another menu for mobile view, right? We'll have one for desktop and we'll have one for mobile. So this is for mobile. And also the same thing, let's create this home, right? Just going to be for home page, and this is about, right? And then this is going to be portfolio, right? And then we have download CV, right? And now we finish this. So let's go to all pages and we add a new page. So we're going to create this home page first. So let's name this home, right? And we're going to publish this page, right, and edit with Elementor. And now we can edit, we can adjust all the layout here. So don't worry with this tag for now. Click on this setting and paste layout, choose this to Elementor canvas. So now the tags are gone, right? And click on this icon and select this, and now make this width to full width, right, and no gap here. And then now we're going to add section here. We will going to create menu, so we need this 3 column, right? And I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit so that I can see that's clearly. So now we're going to create the menu here. So let's make this width to 1500, right? And then now click on this and find menu, right? And we will drag this navigation menu element to here. And then now we'll adjust some thing, right? So let's click on this style and we will do a little bit of styling, change the color to black, right? And then we'll change the font to Italiana, right? And the size to 15, right? And then now we'll add the image here because this is going to be our logo. So we can actually download this logo from Figma, and you can select this here, right? It's gonna be import this, and then now we can drag this and drop it here, right? And we'll adjust the size, the width, right? It's the I think it's 32, right? And then now we'll create this text and drag this text to here, and we'll name this download CV, right? And then we'll change the color to black and the size to 15, and then the font to the same with the others, Italiana, right? And the decoration should be underlined, right? So we'll have this black underline, right? And we'll change it to left, or I mean right, right? And then now we'll copy this section and then duplicate it, because we're going to do this for mobile view. So we delete that and we'll drag this menu to the right and image to the left. So we'll have one for desktop and we'll have one for menu, right? And now click on this desktop section and we'll go to responsive and we'll hide this on mobile and tablet, right? So that they won't see that in the tablet, right? And the other one will hide the desktop, they will hide the menu, mobile menu on desktop. So click on that, right? So right now you won't see the desktop on your mobile menu, right? So, and now it's gonna adjust some layout, right? Make this to right and then make this to left. We don't need this column, so let's just delete this. And then now I'm just gonna adjust this to 80%, right? And because we want to make this to top, so this is gonna be 20, and now this is gonna be in the middle, right? And also adjust this into the middle, so that it will be in the middle, right? And now let's adjust some layout. We'll change this menu icon to this icon, and then we'll change this close icon to this icon, right? And then now see like this, and we're going to adjust something, the menu, the layout, right? And then we'll click on this layout, right? And then we'll go to this layout and we'll select flyout, so you'll see something like this, and we'll make this into the center, right? And then let's adjust this hamburger light to right, and then this to center, so we'll see the center, right? And now I forgot to change this menu to mobile menu, so let's change this to mobile. We'll have this download CV, right? And then now I'm gonna change the last menu item to button, so this will be the button, right? I will change the background color of the button to black, right? To black, right? And then now the text should be in white, right? We change this tag color to white, right? And then we have this cool menu now, and then we'll go back to this desktop view and we'll add a new section. Right, we'll add it here and we'll change this to button here. We will add another column and we'll adjust this width to 1500, right? And then we'll add the image in this middle and we'll download this image. You can actually download this from Figma, so download this and drag this and drop it here. And then we'll have this image here, right? And then we'll adjust this to column gap to no gap, and then we'll add the text here, right? We'll copy this name and put it here, right? And then I will change the color to black and the font to Italiana, and we'll have this the site to 36, and then let the spacing maybe 4.5, right? And then we'll add spacing on top of the text because we want this to go down a little bit, right? About in the hair, right? So we'll make this to 200, right? And then we'll adjust this margin because we want the text to be on top of the image. So let's make this to -50. We need to move more, right? Let's do this like 60. And then we want the text to be on top of the image, so we have to give set in text to 1, right? And then we'll adjust the letter spacing more, and then we'll adjust the margin right to maybe 80. So now we see the text is over on top of the image. So now we're good with this. I will change the text font weight to normal. I think normal is kind of like really light. You can't see it. 400 is still really light. So I'm gonna change this to bold, so that's kind of like black. You know, you can see this text clearly. So we're gonna add this another image down here because we want to add this icon. So we download that and we put it here, right? And then now we put it here, and we'll adjust this positioning to absolute, right? And then we'll drag this to here, right? So this will stay here, and then now we'll adjust some padding, right? We'll make the padding to 50, something like this. And then now we'll add the icon here, and then the arrow. We find this arrow and we'll put it here, and we'll adjust the colors and the side, right? And let's make this to black colors, and then the side to 14, right? We'll get this so 18, maybe 20, right? And then we'll adjust this column to in the middle, so we bring it down to the middle. And then now we'll make the background image. We download this white icon to here. We drag this and drop it here, right? And then now we'll set this side to contain, and then we'll make this position to center and center. And I can't see it because I forgot to change the background color, so I'm gonna change the other section background color to this color. Now we see this white icon here, and we go to background, right? And then we select this repeat to no repeat, right? And we have this, and we adjust some padding to 100, maybe 50, right? So we'll have this. It's not center yet, so we'll make this a 60 maybe. So now it's center, right? Now we have this cool button. We'll add the text underneath this. So it's gonna be about me, right? And we'll name this, and we'll adjust the colors to black and the side to the font to Italiana, and right, and then the side to 18, maybe 20, right? Yeah. And then now we'll make the weight of the font to normal, right? And we'll make this to -10, and then we'll add the text underneath here, and we want this text to be on top of the image too, so let's adjust this, right? Just the color to black and the font to the same font with the others, Talina, and then the weight of the font to normal, and let's adjust the padding, and then I will play with the padding, right? We will make this padding, it's not the padding, we should make this the margins -5, right? So see, we can, this is how you add the text on top of the image, right? So it should be the margin, right? And now I'm just gonna change this to button because we want this to be in the button, and I'm just gonna add the spacing on underneath of the text because it was in the middle. So let's change this to 120, right? And then 180 will be something like this. Adjust this, right? So you can adjust the how you want, right? Now we have this cool, right? And then we add another section for our social media, for our footer, right? And now let's adjust it to 1500, and then now I'm just gonna copy this tag and paste this here, and then I'm just gonna make this to copy this text and I'll put it here, right, just to left, and then I'll make this to, the font is going to be big and the size is 15, and the width is gonna be bold or maybe just normal, right? And then we add this mail to site. So with this, when they click on this, they can actually send an email to your email, so let's find social media and we drag this and drop it here, and I'm gonna adjust the colors, and I'm gonna add the LinkedIn, and we also need another one for Instagram, right? And I'll adjust the order, right? Put it here, and then I'm gonna adjust the color to black, and this can be circle, and the size to be maybe this 15, and the padding maybe we don't, so I'm just gonna adjust this to right, adjust this to 20, maybe something like this, right? It's 18. So yeah, now we have this, we finished with our homepage, so let's update it, right? Let's view our homepage. Now it's looking good now, and then now we go to our dashboard, and we are going to duplicate this, right? And we're going to name this about page, right? And publish this, and then edit with Elementor, right? And then now we can just delete some of the elements that we don't need, right? So we're going to create this, right? So I'm just gonna delete this first, right? We're going to delete all the elements that we don't need. So let's delete this, right? And then now I'm gonna change the background to white background, right? And I'm gonna download this image, and I'm gonna change this image, drag and drop it here, and I'm gonna change this image, right? And then now I'm gonna adjust this to no gap, and then I'm just gonna make this into 100% width, right? So that it will be like this full, and then we'll add this text here, and then I'm just gonna name this background, right? Change the colors, and then the font to same Italiana, right? And then we have this change this to uppercase, and the weight of the font is normal, and the letter spacing to 2. And then I will add this image because we need to add this icon, I mean the circle, right? Download this, and you can drag and drop it here. I'll put it here and make it to the left, right? And make this position to absolute, so we can drag this and put it to wherever we want, right? So it's gonna be here. I'm just gonna change this to in order for this to be on the tag on top of the circle, we need to adjust this setting tag. So setting tag should be 0, right? So it's gonna be under the text, and we're gonna add this spacing on top of this, right? And now we add the text here, and we'll adjust the padding and color to black, right? The font to the same with the other font, rubric, right? And then we'll adjust this padding to 50, 60, right? And then we'll make this to normal, and then now we'll create this button, right? And then I'm just gonna drag the text here, and I'm just gonna make this to H1, right? And that's to center, right? And view my portfolio, and just change this to black, and same, it's gonna be Italina, and the side to 20, right? And then it's gonna make this underline, right? I mean, you know how to do it, so yeah. Should we change this background to this, right? And we change this to contain, and we'll add the padding, right? 100 padding. It's not left, it should be button. So now we have this nice button, and we'll add the link to this. It should go to view portfolio, right? Let's go. Now we going to add this text on top of the image, right? So let's add another section for this, and let's make this to 1500 width, right? And then we just copy this text and we put it here, and then I'm just gonna name this about me, right? And I'm just gonna adjust this side to bigger, right? It should be the letter spacing, and it should be 96, and then we will adjust the margin, right? Make it minus, so it's go up, right? And then now I'm just gonna adjust this letter spacing a bit more, and maybe the side a little bit bigger, right? And then now we'll copy the colors of the text, and then we will put this color here. So now we have this, right? And then now I'm just gonna add a little bit of this spacing, I mean the padding, right? So I'm just gonna add this padding on top, I mean the margin, to 40. So it's gonna be like this, right? So I mean, try to adjust this the way you want, right? And then now the problem is this padding is a little bit out, so I just want to make this into a bit so let me adjust this a little bit, right? I'm just gonna adjust this, instead of 1500, I'm just gonna make it to 1400, so it's gonna be like this, right? And then I'll adjust this back to 50, right? So let me try to play with this, right? and then I'll also adjust this because it's really close to the image, so I'm just gonna adjust the left, I mean the right, to move it to a little bit farther, right? So, and I update this, right, and review our page. So now is the way I want it. So yeah, and now we go to this all page and duplicate this about, right? So we are going to create a portfolio page, right? So now let's name this portfolio, right? And then let's update this and name this to portfolio, right? And update this and then add it with Elementor, right? And then now let's check this, right? So we'll have this image on top of this, so let's delete some of the element that we don't need, right? So just gonna delete this and delete this too, right? And then we have to make this image go up, so let's adjust something with the column width, right? I'm just gonna make this to 60 and it's kind of small, so I'm just gonna adjust the column 40, right? So something like this, maybe 50, right? So we have this, adjust the column this to maybe 30, so something like this. 20 is still not the way we want it, so let's adjust more. This is gonna be 60. So yeah, now we adjust on the left column to 60, so, and we'll move this element to top, so we need to make this to minus 85, I guess. So yeah, 85 is the way we want. So let's download the image, right? And then let's drag this and drop it here, and we're going to replace this image, right? And I'm just gonna add heading here, the text to design, right? And let's change the colors and the font, right? And let's change the size to 24, right? And then the uppercase, right? And then it's gonna be bold, right? Just leave it as normal. And then now we'll adjust the padding. The left padding we add this to 10, right? And then we also add the text, and now we have this the spacing to 10, and which adjust the styling, the font to big, right? And then we will delete some of the text, and we will change this column to button, right? And then we'll add the padding button to 60, right? And then now we will add a new section, right? And then we're gonna delete one of the column, and I'm just gonna copy this text and put it here, right? And I'm just gonna name this portfolio, right? And then I'm just gonna change this side to bigger, right? Maybe around 72, right? And then give the letter spacing to maybe 3, right? And then we'll make this width to 100 or 1400, and then we'll make the margins to -40, so we want to make it move up, right? Maybe -100, right? So this is good enough. And we add another section here, and we add this image, right? So let's adjust the column again here. So let's make this to 1400, right? And then let's add the image, right? And then we'll just drag the image and put it here, right? And then let's add the image, and let's adjust the column width side, right? maybe 30%, right? And then now we'll add this text. Let's copy this tag and just put it here, right? And then I'm just gonna make this to button, right? And then I'm just gonna put the text small, right? And then I'm just gonna adjust the padding of this text because we want it to be like this. So let's adjust this padding a little bit, right? Let's make the right delete this, right? Let's make this right into maybe 60 or 200. Still, right? Let's make it to 400. Still a little bit, so let's make it to 500, right? Yeah, 450, so something like this, right? And then now we'll have to move these pictures a little bit. So we move this section up a little bit, so makes to minus 120, right? Yeah, but right about this. So let's click on this, right? And then let's adjust this text to let the spacing a bit more, right? We want it to be like 7 or 8, right? Let's adjust this, right? Maybe 5 is close enough, right? And now we'll add another section. Right, we'll add this section down here, right? And then now we will make this to 1400, and we'll copy this text and paste it here, right? And then I'm just gonna change the title to photography, and then I'm just gonna adjust this padding to back to normal, right? And we'll add the image here. Just gonna download this image and just gonna drag and put it here. And then I'm just gonna add this image here, and I'm just gonna change the column right to middle, and then let's adjust the padding top maybe 60 and bottom 60, right? Something like this. And then we'll adjust the column width, right? Yeah. And then now we'll duplicate this, and then we'll move it to the right, and then now we just download this image, and we just put this drag the image and put it here, right? And then we have this, and I'm just gonna change this to graphic, and I'll change this to mobile UI, right? And then I'm just gonna change the social media to the right side. And then now we update this, right? So let's view page. So now we are done with this portfolio. So now we'll be changing this menu to a real page, right? So let's delete this custom link, right? So let's add all the pages that we just create, right? And let's reorder this, right? Let's save this, and we will also do this for mobile menu, right? And let's select all this and add to menu, and then we'll just delete the custom link, right? And then we will reorder this, right? About, and then portfolio, right? We save this, and then now I'm gonna show you when they click on this download CV, it should go to a link, a resume link, right? So let's drag. I'm just gonna drag this my dummy resume, right, and put it here with the PDF file. I'm just gonna download this link. I copy the link, and then click on this. I'll just put the link here, right? And then we will just save this menu, and let's go to this reading, and we'll change this to home, right? Home page to home, and then this is our page. Now we'll see this home page, right? And then you click to about. Something wrong with the about page, so don't worry about this. we will fix this. So let's go back to the dashboard and let's go to our page and let's see what went wrong, right? Let's go to about page and click on this edit with Elementor. Maybe some catching, let's click on this and we're going to update this and see if it's work or not. I think it's just some catching or something, so let's try to do this, right? And then let's try to update this and then open this in a new tab, and now the about page is fine. So yeah, I think it could be some catching. So yeah, let's add it with Elementor on this portfolio page, right? And then we have to do something here. So this section is kind of like on top of this menu, so that's why we can't click on that. So let's add this to 1, right? Let's add the menu section set intact to 1, and then we click on this, right? So now it's fine. So now I'm just gonna add this download CV link, right? Let's go to home page and let's add it with Elementor, right? And then now I'm just gonna add the link, right? The resume link, right? So let's go to this media and we download we copy this link, right? And then I'm just gonna make this to open in a new tab, so when they click on this, it's gonna open a new tab, right? And we'll do that the same thing on about page and also portfolio page, right? And we'll click on this and we'll put the link that we just copied and make it open in new window, right? And we'll also do the same thing for this. Click on edit, right? And then click on this download CV, and I'm just gonna put the link here and do the same thing, right? We update this, and then now view page, right? So let's click on this download CV, so it will take you to a new tab and open PDF, so they can download your resume, And let's do the mobile responsive, right? So it's look okay on desktop, but on the mobile view it won't look good for now. We have to change this, we have to adjust this again with the padding, because the padding are very complicated. So let's make this, right? Let's change this, the padding 0, and then I'm just gonna try to adjust the padding, right? Let's click on this and make this padding button to 60, maybe right, something like this, right? And then we'll adjust this padding too, right? We'll make this padding top to 50, 60, right? And then the margin to, let's say 40, right? And we'll have this, and we'll also adjust this padding, right? And we'll make this spacing to 0, and we will adjust all of this, right? So now it's kind of look okay, and we'll adjust this padding as 10, right? So we have this a little bit padding on the left and right, so something like this. So try to play with this padding, and I'll adjust this to center, right? And I'll make the side smaller, right? Something like this, right? So I'll add the link to this button. I'll make this to, when they click on this button, it will take them to about page, right? So I'll just update this, and then now we're done with this home page for mobile responsive. So I'm gonna do it on about page 2, right? And we'll do it the same thing. We'll go to this mobile, right? And then we'll adjust the padding again here. So like I said, try to play with the padding, and I'm just gonna set it to 0, right? And then I'm just gonna make this to the side to smaller, right? And then we'll also adjust this text padding, the side to smaller side, and then we'll also do the same thing here, right? So adjust the padding and margin, right? Make this to 40, and then I'll also adjust this text, make it smaller, right? Maybe 38, right? And then now we update this, right? And then view page, and then now we will do the same thing for portfolio pages, right? And then same thing, let's go to this button, this icon, click on this icon and go to this mobile responsive and adjust padding, right? We'll adjust this padding 0 and make the size smaller, right? And then also adjust this, the padding top maybe 40, right? And then we'll do the same thing here, make it to 0. And then we'll also make this responsive, right? Adjust this. And then also adjust this padding, right? Make this tag to center, right? Adjust this padding to 40, make this to 0, right? So try to play with the padding, yeah. Do this. The padding is okay. I'll change the size to a bit smaller size, right? Because the tag is kind of a little bit big, so make it a little bit smaller, right? Change this size to 14 and adjust this to center, and now it's fine, right? Now we have this cool mobile responsive, right? And let's open this, and then now let's log out and see, right? And now we are actually done with this. So that's this guy. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and there will be a lot more tutorial coming up soon.